Aloha and welcome to Showcase Hawaii, Hawaii's only home shopping show. I'm Wayne Nunez.
And I'm Lori Nunez.
And Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe?
It's 2022.
I don't even, I feel like I'm 22. So to have it.
Oh, then I'm 20.
Yeah, right. Times 2. But to have it to be 20, 20 and 22, to have it to
goodness.
have it 2022, that year, I mean, it just.
I don't think I remember thinking about 2020 but I don't think I saw it beyond that on the other higher numbers.
Right. So.
My goodness.
Well, welcome to 2022.
I hope you're having a great start to your new year.
Right. So we're going to be featuring all new things in the new year. This is a great item for guys. Mm-hmm. If you've been looking for something special, it could go either way, too.
We've had men and women order
Yes,
this.
we've had. And we've had people who order it with just the scroll in the front.
Right.
Or they order it with their name on it.
Yes.
But this is a custom piece that you can customize according to how you want it.
Right.
An interesting note, we had a customer order a custom item. Mm-hmm. They put all their grandkids' initials on the front. Mm-hmm. So you'd have, I don't know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, if you named your kids by those letters, on the front. And then they had the names in the back, engraved in the back, with a little heart after each one of them.
Right.
So it was very special, and it turned out really nice.
I just thought of something.
What?
There have been a lot of customers who have called in, and all their kids or all their grandkids, it starts with the same letter.
So you don't need... K. Yeah, you don't need to have 6 Ks on the front.
Just one.
Or a little X and then a 6. K times 6.
Right.
So
that would be cool, too.
You could get creative. We could do pretty much anything. But it does have a Figaro chain. It has that beautiful lobster claw clasp. Mm-hmm. And it's very easy to put on. Now, I'm wearing a size 9, which is a little longer. You can see it's a little looser. Typically, I wear an 8, 8.5. Mm-hmm. 8.5 is more comfortable. But I was talking about this on an earlier show last year in 2021. I was saying that I like it a little looser because when it's loose and you're flexing and when you're flexing and
well, I was going to say, you don't want to cut off your circulation.
No, not only that, you don't want it to
pinch.
Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that it's comfortable enough where you're moving around and if you're grabbing things or if you're doing things, well, you shouldn't be doing things in the yard with something that's nice, but I've been known to do that.
So we have had men and women purchase these. Maybe we can talk about the height and the width.
Well, the width is 10 millimeters, and you could get it from 7.5, 8, 8.5, and 9 inches long. And this is easy because you don't have to slip it over your knuckles. So if you know approximately what your wrist size is, then just go for that size because it's great.
So what Wayne's referring to is whereas with our bangos, you have to measure around your knuckles because you're sliding it up and over that. This is right on your wrist. And so if you measure your wrist, you just then want to add maybe about a half an inch.
Now, I want to point out what you're seeing on the screen has the black enamel. And you could get raised lettering too, just so you know. You can customize this.
Yes.
But that's a black enamel. And you could see 10 millimeters is about 3/8 of an inch, close to 3/8 of an inch. You'll see it right there on the screen. It's a really beautiful
scroll design.
It's a heritage design.
And it catches the light.
It does. Look at this.
Right. And I love the chain. I love the chain design.
This is another black enamel embedded in there. And or embedded. It's engraved by a local master engraver. Now, I also want to point out, with Christmas over, boy, we tired him out. But he's raring to go again.
Right.
And depending on what you want, either a name, initials, a family name, you could put your last name. Somebody put 2 names with a little heart in between.
It could be also a meaningful word.
Right.
That, signifies something to you.
It could be 2022.
It
It could be
that
whatever
too.
you want. We're open to having, as long as it's family friendly.
Right.
We're open to putting it on your
Thanks for mentioning that.
on your scroll bracelet. Well, you know, people have been tense lately because of everything going on.
I
I notice
know.
people are a little more anxious on the road, standing in line. They're a little more impatient. Just relax
I
and
know.
breathe and
And treat yourself.
treat yourself.
Whatever
Exactly.
that might be. It could be a favorite dish, a favorite dessert, you know.
A favorite dessert sounds, yes, exactly.
But
And
just indulge yourself a little bit. Be kind to yourself. I always tell my daughter, pat yourself on the back. You know, you did a good job. You need to kind of give yourself a hug, and that way you
Acknowledge
have,
it.
then
Right.
you have the strength to move forward.
well, always going into the new year, you have all these resolutions. And everybody's, you know, wants to exercise and eat right, but treat yourself nicely or kind this year too, because it's been a rough few years.
Yeah,
You know, everybody's been locked up and cooped up.
right.
I've been cooped up with her. So you know I had a rough few years.
So be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, and treat yourself.
And if we could help, give us a call at 888-965-7467.
Or 808-892-3337.
I'm talking about help with your order, not, you know, up here. Or you could log on to www.showcasehawaii.tv, and we're happy to help either way.
Looking for Hawaii-inspired items at affordable prices? Watch Showcase Hawaii at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. every day on Spectrum Channel 1016. So speaking of resolutions, though, I actually read that a lot of people are not doing resolutions this year, and I kind of think that's a good idea.
Really?
Yeah, less pressure.
I like to put the pressure on myself, because then I'd be sitting on the sofa watching TV,
But,
watching Showcase Hawaii.
I think one of the biggest resolutions is usually, you know, I want to lose weight, or I want to, I don't know, be better at something. And then they put too much pressure on themselves.
So that's another way to think of it. Be kind by not make a resolution to be kind to yourself
Right.
and not put so much pressure.
Yes.
There you go. That's a New Year's resolution without being a New Year's resolution. All right, up next, we have our Manini 14 karat gold earrings. Now, we have these in the honu, which
Yes.
is a Karat honu, and it has a CZ in the middle.
So cute.
And we also have them in the heart shape.
Yes.
Now, I want to point out, these are great
I'm
because we
wearing.
were getting a lot of comments how people were losing their earrings because of the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these have screwbacks, and you could see on screen
Yes.
that the screwbacks, actually, they screw in there.
Yeah. So I think this was a popular trend years ago where
There she goes again, way back when
before you were born.
refrigerators were avocado and mustard.
Oh no, our daughter always says, so when you were young, were there cars, or was it horse and
At
carriage?
this point, she's old enough to know we rode in cars without
saying
seatbelts,
before.
mind you. But yes, so she knows.
So I'm just saying that the screwback concept is just to keep that earring on, right? And
Yes.
so many people have told us, I'm taking the mask on and off, that, you know, elastic strap kind of pulls it. And then we have a lot of people who are working very hard. They may work in the medical industry, you know, right on the front lines, or whatever work they do. They just don't want to have to fuss with the earring or worry about it. But they do want a nice look that's going to be a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like saying glamour, but glamour, glimmer, a little bit of...
Shimmer.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I say a little bit of happiness, but just a little something, because you have your face so covered up. You just want to be able to see a little something and not have it so big, or, you know.
And that's what somebody was saying the other day. They wanted it small. And these are Manini. They are smaller.
Right.
Because they're 14 karat gold.
Yes.
We tried to make it affordable, or we did make it affordable again. But the people that have been ordering these have been ordering for keiki all the way to adult.
Yes.
Now, if you're an adult that likes a smaller earring, it's not as small as a stud.
Yes.
It's bigger than a stud, obviously. Lori's
Right.
wearing it. But it is a smaller earring. So if you like something petite, but still gives that little bit of,
Right.
as Lori was saying, glamour and shimmer,
Right.
this is the perfect way to go.
The comments we've been getting from everyone is the reason they love these earrings is because they look good, they feel good, and then you've got that backing and it's 14 karat gold, but this is an heirloom piece that they can pass on, or whoever they gift it to will have it for their lifetime and always think of them and know that they were given something that was such a precious gift.
Now, as you watch through the month of January, you're going to notice a running theme. I know you just got over gift giving, and I know you got to clear your head and come back and center yourself again. But Valentine's is around the corner, and there's nothing worse to be caught without a Valentine's Day present.
Well, I find that we actually have 3 types of customers.
Mm-hmm.
So we have one that they just buy throughout the year, and they're
Yes.
just always going to have
Giving
something.
and-
Yeah,
yes.
they just always have something on the side, and they're just ready to gift. They just have their stock.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it's funny, I had someone call and he said, he actually used the word plagiarize. It was so funny. Instead of borrow or copy, well, same thing. But he said, I'm going to plagiarize that idea to kind of just always have something in the hallway drawer and, I'm ready to give something out. And then we have other customers like Patricia. She just called and she said, gave all the gifts for Christmas and I'm just going to give something for the new year, and then she's going to stock up for Valentine's Day. And she gifts for every holiday. And then I think the third person is just someone
That calls the day before the holiday and says, can you send it out today? Or is that the fourth person?
I think I didn't even think of that one, but I was going to say the one that just always gives gifts no matter what. But yeah, there is that one.
There's
Don't
more
be
than
that one.
There's
Don't be
more
that
than one of those. There's
It's like,
a
when
lot
do
of
you need
those.
it? Tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay. So anyway, we have succeeded in doing that sometimes.
We
so.
have, but you're cutting it
Right.
close when you do something like that. But my point was, throughout the month of January and a little bit of the month of February, we're going to be featuring a lot of hearts.
Yes.
And this is the beginning of our hearts
'Cause it's
month.
from the heart.
It's not only from the heart, but, theming to Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. And you could see those swirl hearts have cubic zirconia running down the side, and then they're polished inside the heart. So it does have this 3D effect when you're looking at it.
Yes.
And you're going to get that nice shimmer and shine no matter what angle you're looking
Right.
at it. And that's what a lot of people were drawn to. As I was saying, a lot of people were ordering these for their grandkids because, when you're even a baby,
Right.
a lot of babies have pierced ears.
Right.
You don't want them to be able to pull it off or to choke on it or whatnot. So
Right.
having the screw back
Right.
makes it a lot more secure. So that's what I really like
Well,
about these.
and a lot of people have been saying, I want to give a gift where, and they're actually saying, so when I'm gone, they're still going to have something to remember me by.
Legacy gifts.
And I know
Yep.
that's really important to a lot of people. And it's just, I don't know if it's because of everything that's been going on. And so it's people are thinking about that more. But I think really in the end, it's just wanting to give a gift that's of value that you just know when someone wears it, they're going to be thinking of you and they'll just always, something they'll always treasure and cherish, I think.
Watch every day at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. on Spectrum Channel 1016. All right. If you've been watching, we've been trying to offer different things. We talked about how it's not always jewelry. Sometimes we offer body care, soaps, household items. And when we saw this, we knew you would love it because our customers love pineapples.
Pineapples. Well, you know, this bag has so many great features. We always look at everything to make sure that you're going to love it. And one of the things that I love is that you've got this really nice rope handle, but it's soft. It feels very soft against your skin. I have come across some where it feels kind of rough and scratchy.
It leaves a rope burn on your shoulder.
No,
this won't do it.
this is
It's actually a soft cotton.
It's very soft.
And I got to point out, you mentioned the handles. They're long enough to be used as a shoulder tote,
Right.
but you can shorten it with the knots. Now the knots are just
Oh,
tied.
that's a good idea.
And the great thing about that is
Right.
it's through a grommet. Now you don't want a tote that doesn't have a grommet because if you don't have a grommet, it can rip the material. And this is a solid grommet, a stainless steel grommet that's in the material. And you're really gonna like that because as I said, if you want to shorten it, you just untie the knot
That's
and
really
shorten
smart.
it.
So you can make a
adjust
short
it.
handle.
Yeah, you can make a short handle.
Okay, some other great features is it does have a zipper, and then you can see how it's lined on the inside, which makes it really nice. So has this zipper, and then you even have this added trim that looks so good.
Now, I want to mention about the trim too. If you haven't been watching Showcase Hawaii or if you haven't seen us before, Lori talks about the nice things that it has. I talk about the functional
Right.
features. Now, the burlap at the top. Now, she pointed this out too. When you're reaching on your bag, not that you have grubby fingers. I'm just
true,
saying.
though.
But maybe that day you didn't get to wash your hands.
Or you're eating chocolate.
Or you're eating
and then
chocolate and you
in.
reach in your bag. You don't want to get it on your nice white bag. You want to make sure there's a darker color on the top and on the bottom. So when you put your bag down, it's not showing the dirt. And this is a nice tote because it's made out of a polyester material where you can just wipe it down. Now, if you have to wash it, I would recommend hand washing it in the sink and just line drying it. But it's a very easy to use, easy washable tote. You know, if you have something like a leather one, you could never wash it. But this you can.
Right. I love that it also, inside, it has a little pocket. So a lot of times I want to put my wallet or a pen or something that
Cell phone.
Right, your cell phone,
That you can never find.
tissues, you know, whatever, keys, so that you can find it. But see, it used to be that you had a tote and maybe you thought, oh, okay, I'll take it to the beach. But now you want totes for everything, whether you're going to the grocery store, you know, if you're carrying anything you need to carry, right?
I'll tell you, nowadays, you need to carry masks, you need to carry wipes,
Water.
you need to carry sanitizer,
Right.
you need to carry gloves, you need to carry a whole medical kit in your tote
Right.
and have water, a change of clothes. But the
true.
great thing about it is it's big enough so that I don't have to carry anything because I could just give it to Lori and she could carry it. But I'm usually left literally holding the bag when she can't carry it anymore.
That's
but
funny.
This will fit everything.
Okay, so I just want to point out this little extra feature, which actually goes a long way in being very helpful. It does come with this little zip bag, and it's so useful. You can put all the little things like we just talked about: keys, coins, your wallet, your credit card,
Your mask.
your mask. I mean, you can fit so many things in here, and then you can leave it tied on and just tuck it in.
Or if you want to, you could use it as a little, what do they call them?
Oh, wristlet.
Wristlet,
Wristlet.
yes.
Because you could just carry it by itself.
So it comes
and
off the
take it
tote.
with
You
you.
don't have to have it on your wrist with the tote
But
dangling.
it is great if you just tuck it in your tote while it's attached, because
Right.
then you can find whatever it is that you need to in here.
And it's made out of that same wipe, washable material. Great price. That pineapple
Right.
motif design is on the front and on the back. And again, you have two of the straps in that nice cotton rope that you can adjust, and the burlap on the bottom and on the top. So give us a call at 888-965-7467.
Or 808-892-3337. And here's a look at some of the other items we're offering this month.
Now, we said this is the month of hearts, so we have to give you another option. Now, this is a brand new item.
Right.
This is our Opalite scroll heart. It's almost like a floating heart. The design is very cool.
Very unique.
The Opalite goes over the top, and then there's a puka in the middle of the heart, and then it slides right through. So the way that it's made without a bail.
Yes, so it's its own bail.
A giant, it's like a giant bail.
It's very clever.
We have it on a thinner chain because, again, we were talking about chains and how you don't want the chain to take away from the pendant. But this particular one can handle a thicker chain because of the opening and because it's simple yet modern, and I think that it wouldn't compete against a thicker chain if you have a thicker chain.
Right. Some people have their own chain and they just want to put it on the pendant. We try to include the chain just to make it easy for you and so that you can wear it as soon as you receive it.
Now that Opalite runs down the middle of the heart, so it gives it that blue accent. Now if you know somebody that loves blue, they're going to love this. Valentine's Day is about hearts, but it's not only about pink and red. Let's say you know somebody that loves blue. They're going to love this. Now, Opalite is a synthetic, a man-made opal. Now, opal, in fact, is quite expensive, but the process of making Opalite is actually also very meticulous, and that's why Opalite is quite expensive too.
And so popular, and so many women have told me that blue is their favorite color, and I think especially here in Hawaii because it reminds them of the ocean and our beautiful blue skies, and so there's just a lot of love for that. And I think what we've been trying to do this month is just find you these beautiful pieces that you can wear throughout the year.
And that you can mix and match,
yes, and that they're going to just make you happy, and you're going to feel great wearing it. You're going to feel happy giving it. We've had so many people who have commented and said, it makes me so happy to give the gift and see how happy I make someone. And then, of course, we have those of you who are saying, I just love, obviously, when someone has thought of me and, went through the trouble of gifting something to me, and so they're on the receiving end. So it does work both ways.
Now, this is the larger size. This is over 2 inches. This is our Kamehameha Pendant. And we did something a little special. Rather than having this be an outrageous price, we kept it at an affordable price. Now, these are made locally, customized, made locally. So if you want to engrave the back with a special initials or a date, you can do that. But we paired it with, and this is the first time we're doing this, a gold-filled chain.
Yes.
And the gold-filled chains are much more affordable and
well, they're very popular.
Popular.
We got so many requests for it, which is why we always bring you items.
But the gold-filled chains, they don't tarnish. They last for a lifetime. They hold up really good, and we can pair it with the pendant for a much more affordable price. Now, the pendant is gold-plated over sterling silver. You can't gold fill a custom pendant like this because the pendant needs to be cast, and you just don't do that. But with the chains, that's why you see so many chains or bracelets. They're made out of gold-filled because the gold-filled materials are usually wire or thick wire, and then they're made into a chain or bangle bracelet, things like that.
We've had so many people say, well, if it's for a guy, he's not going to take care of it. He's not going to wipe it after he wears it or put it in a plastic bag.
You're still going to have to take care of your Kamehameha pendant.
Yes.
And I think with the Kamehameha pendant, I think for me, it's only special occasions that I wear it. So that's why we're pairing it with the chain, which can be worn, and you could see, look at this, how nice the chain looks by itself. That's the chain by itself, and
Yeah,
it looks nice
great.
by itself.
Right.
But the Kamehameha pendant,
That's a good point.
you will, at the end of the day, I suggest taking at least the pendant and putting it in a plastic bag.
So we've been getting a lot of requests for scroll bangles, and these are so popular. They're flying out the door. There are 18 millimeter.
Now, this is a special price for this width
Yes.
of bracelet.
Only have limited quantities.
And this
okay?
is, we're featuring the silver this month because we're featuring a lot of silver things and things that go with what we've had on the past few
Right.
days. So we really think you're going to love this. Now, 18 millimeter is a popular size. It's about, I would say, almost 3/4 of an inch.
It's a really nice size. You can see it looks really good. It's got this cutout.
It does look good. Look at
It's
that.
got the cutout scallop edge and the beautiful scroll design.
Now the scroll work is similar to a heritage design. If a lot of people know there's scroll work. They're like, I want heritage. I
Right.
want princess. I
Right.
want kalakini. If you know what scroll work is in your mind that you want, we can get it. But this particular one is based on a heritage design. It has those big plumerias that are inset within the scroll work.
Yes.
So I think you're really going to love it.
So it's really beautiful because the cut engraved design really draws in the light and the reflection. You get that shimmer, and you can really see it catching the light.
Now, this is silver plated over brass. We were talking a little earlier about if you're a silver or a gold person. This is something that you should try. If you normally just wear gold or gold plated, you should try a silver piece, one of our pieces, because they are quite beautiful. But Lori goes between all different styles.
I just
Rose
like
gold,
it's-
gold.
Yeah, if it looks nice and it
Well,
feels good.
And that looks like white gold too.
Right, right.
It does match with your white gold jewelry.
Right.
But-
But there's something bright about it that I really love. And so it's definitely been something that's requested often. We did have some thinner bracelets which sold out, and then everyone was requesting a wider bracelet. We did have wider bracelets, and people were requesting, something a little thinner. So this is the middle ground where this is what everybody wants.
Well, we hope you were able to get in on one of these great deals today.
The ordering process is so fast and it's so easy. So log on to showcasehawaii.tv.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.